Hey everybody, Josh and Justin here for Argonaut Wine and Liquor for Whiskey Wednesday. Today we are featuring one of my absolute favorite distilleries. We wanted to do a little feature on these guys and even a little flash sale. So Four Roses, who we're featuring, will tell you we've got some awesome pricing going from today until all the way through Sunday. So through this weekend, you'll be able to get these prices. But on this guy, the first one we're going to taste, $19.99 for a 750, $24.99 for a 1 liter, and $34.99 for a 175. So $5 to $10 off of our usual price for all these things.
That's
awesome deal.
Great deals all across the board.
Yeah, and first one we've got in the glass is this guy. This is their kind of flagship. This is, you know, if you drank Four Roses in the past, what you might recognize as Yellow Label.
Yeah.
What it used to be called.
A lot of bars in the air, like around, carry this as like one of their like slightly upgraded whiskeys for mixers and everything. It's a great little jump up.
Yeah, and super vanilla nose. I almost get like a little bit like of a green apple note, almost like a caramel apple type of deal.
Yeah, definitely a little bit of fruit popping through there.
Yeah.
Sweetness carries on into the palate. Not as much of the vanilla to me on the palate. It's more of that green apple, like caramel kind of thing.
Definitely your kind of, you know, brighter whiskey, you know, crowd pleaser, something you could, you know, run through half a bottle, not really notice. Yeah. You know, as we call it on Whiskey Wednesday, a porch pounder.
Oh yeah.
But you know, this is perfect for cocktails. You can definitely do it neat if you'd like, on the rocks, but kind of, you know, think of it as your entry level into Four Roses, kind of their flagship, what they make the most of. And, you know, probably of what we've got here, the least complex, but at $19.99, that's a deal.
Yeah, like you're not wanting for anything at that price with this bottle. It's just fantastic, like entry point into this lineup.
Yeah, absolutely. And then up next, we have in the glass the Four Roses Small Batch Select. So this product, if you guys don't remember, about 2 years ago hit the market. At first, it was super allocated, hard to get, and then they finally opened up production on it. We started getting some more. And ever since, this has been one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is always a great bottle.
So some of the same notes, but the green caramel starts to fade away into a little bit more of like green apple fades away into a little bit more of like a deeper caramel, deeper vanilla. Some of the more like, you know, brown type notes.
Yeah, definitely like that brown sugar kind of pop up there. Maybe even a hint of like dried fruit or like older fruit.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, that's fantastic. Super smooth. It's definitely got more of those, you know, like we were saying, some of the more barrel characteristic.
Yeah.
You know, so you get more of those caramels, those vanillas. You know, this is like a quintessential Four Roses bourbon to me.
Yeah, like if you're looking for something that's like, I want a good classic style bourbon, like this one's gonna hit that right on the head. It's fantastic. Like, even on the finish, I'm getting a little bit of spice as well. Like that, like just like a hint of it. Not nothing overwhelming like a rye, but like a little bit of like baking spice, maybe a little peppery.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's a little bit of pepperiness, a little bit of that spice, but you're right. It's not like a, you know, spice bomb, or it's not like a cinnamon cake type whiskey. It's
definitely not.
No, it's definitely more of your caramels, vanillas, you know, molasses, that type of route. So yeah, we've got right now on sale, we've got this guy, the small batch, at $29.99, the small batch select at $39.99, and then finally, last but not least, on the end here, we have single barrel that's going to be $39.99, and that's the last one we've got in the glass here today. So as you guys can see, new label for Four Roses single barrel. You know, these are not the single barrels you would see as store picks. Right. Those ones are all at cask strength. This guy is going to be at 50%, so 100 proof. So still, you know, getting up there in proof. I believe this guy was like 102, and the standard yellow label is going to be, you know, at your 80 proof.
Yeah.
But their single barrels are fantastic. It's one of my favorite, trips we do all year. Obviously, the trip to Kentucky. We do have another Four Roses pick on the books. So when we go and do, our next Kentucky trip, that will be one of the places we visit. So super excited about that one.
Yeah.
This one definitely has the, most different nose that we've done so far.
Like these, like the first two are definitely kind of like the classic bourbon. This one's got a little something different going on.
Almost like a little bit of like a black licorice on the nose.
That like it honestly, like it noses to me a little bit like a Russell's. Not nearly as like funky as a typical Russell's, but like a little bit of that earthiness creeps through along with some of the sweetness and like you said, the licorice.
Yeah, but on the palate, sometimes when you get that licorice note on the nose, that can scare people off because that means it might be a little astringent. This is not.
I mean, not even close.
No, I mean, no Kentucky hug. You don't feel the ABV at all, but
no. Like of the three, like they've all been smooth, but this one is just the easiest to drink.
Yeah, absolutely. And, again, a little bit of that like cakey confectionery sweetness coming through on this one, and just a ton of caramel.
Yeah, that's very sweet. Like you said, like confectionery, a little bit of baking spice notes, a little bit again in this one. Complements everything else really well.
Yeah. So again, Four Roses, one of our favorite partners down in Kentucky. We will have the sale, all these special pricing on these guys through Sunday, so through the 8th. And then coming up next week, if you don't have a chance to get these while they're on sale, we will be doing another one of our one-day sales on Wednesday the 10th. So our next Whiskey Wednesday, we'll be talking about it a little bit more. But what that is, it's going to be 15% off all 750 milliliters or larger of liquor, 20% off of all wine, and $2 off of all 12-pack of beers. Give you guys an opportunity to stock up a little bit. After the holidays, we call it Santa's done. He's tired. So we're going to be Santa for you guys for the day. So yeah, come on down January 10th. That's an awesome sale. We are super excited about it. And then last but certainly not least, it is January, new month. So it's time for a new lottery.
Yeah. And I got something real fun that I know some of you have been asking about already. Got the Old Forester birthday bourbon that we're going to throw on the lottery for this month. As usual, everything featured on the table here and any of our barrel picks will get you an entry, as well as any of our partnered beers, like the partnership with Avery. And, but say all those will get you an entry. We'll get a box on the table here in the next couple minutes here today, and you'll be all ready to go.
Yeah. So, if you guys need a refresher on the rules for our lotteries, anyone who comes in the store gets one entry, no purchase necessary. Just fill out a form, throw your name in the box, you're entered. Then additionally, what Justin was referring to, all of our Argonaut single barrel products, anything on the table here today, plus, any of our Argonaut gear, like our Glencairns, our hats, our t-shirts, any of that kind of merchandise. For each one of those items you buy, you can fill out another form, throw it in the entry box. At the end of the month on our Drink Local edition, we will pull the name for the winner for the opportunity to purchase this bottle of birthday bourbon. So it's a new year at Argonaut. I know some people are doing dry January. We do have tons of options for that as well. We'll post some more content about that. We've got some non-alc tastings coming up. We've got some brand new like non-alc RTDs, ready to drink cocktails. We've got non-alc beer, wine, spirits, so if you still want to enjoy a party without, feeling like you're not being there with your friends and drinking, you have an alternative.
Yeah. And we have all the like necessary stuff to make like mocktails. We have a great selection of stuff for that. So if you are participating dry January, don't feel like you can't come down to Argonaut and say hey and grab some cool stuff.
Yeah. Well, guys, like we said, huge sale on Four Roses this weekend. Even bigger sale on everything in the store coming up next week. Come on down, give them a shot. Cheers.